Sir, yes. Okay.
Please.
Okay, sir. Good evening to all the dignified participants. I welcome you all to the 123rd web training series of Bharat Sahodaya. Now I take it as a pleasure to introduce today's moderator, Bhagyashree Ma'am, who is with more than 9 years of experience in the field of education. Ms. Bhagyashree is currently working as a PRT in Queens Valley School, Dwaraka, New Delhi. She holds a master degree in education and English. She was a national rank holder in Teaching Professionals Olympiad 2015 conducted by the Center of Teachers Accreditation, dedicated to creation and nurturing of a lifelong passion for education. She has also volunteered with prominent NGOs in the educational field, Ekalavya Bhopal, Vidya Bhavan Udaipur, and has also developed learning resources in collaboration with National Museum of History and Mirambika CCRT. So I cordially invite you to take this grand session, ma'am. So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Arun sir. That was a lovely introduction. Thank you so much.
Always, ma'am.
With that, pen, paper, rote memorization, and endless tests. That was education back in time. But today, we as educators can proudly say that we are going through a transformation in education. We have come a long way to build student-friendly environment of learning, but still, miles to go. So to keep us updated as educators, here we are meeting today again with yet another webinar by CBSE Bharat Sahodaya, where the magic of learning never stops and the adventure of growing never ends. And as it is rightly said, if we teach today's students as we taught yesterday's, we rob them of tomorrow, isn't it? And hence the need of transformation. Technology has indeed transformed life as we know it. And the classroom looks much different than it did 50 years or even 10 years ago. But we sometimes tend to think technology is just a distraction. Instead, it can help encourage active participation in your classrooms. We surely do not want to give our students a monotonous classroom where the hands of the clock may begin to slow down for them, isn't it? We as educators, we understand that active engagement is a key part of any lesson plan. Whether students are working independently or collaboratively, technology engages students because it is interactive. With technology and access to resources beyond classroom walls, students are inspired to become problem solvers, critical thinkers, and creators. One such popular digital tool we all are familiar with is PowerPoint. An added feature in the PowerPoint is ClassPoint. So, what is this ClassPoint? When can it be used in my classroom? How to make such classroom assessments or quiz sessions interesting and fun using this digital tool? How do I use this digital tool to meet the unique needs of my students with a broader classroom climate? Today's session is all about this. So let's dive in and explore more about this topic, ClassPoint, plugging into PowerPoint. But not to forget, technology will not replace great teachers, but technology in the hands of great teachers can be transformational, isn't it? So, here I would like to take the opportunity to welcome the transformers of our education system. Again, that is you, dear educators. A hearty welcome to all of you again. This training wouldn't be possible without your presence. So before we move ahead, there are just few simple rules for the smooth conduct of this webinar. You're all requested to keep your cameras on, and any query during this webinar can be posted by you in the chat box. There's also a dedicated question answer session at the end, sorry, and a humble request to all of you to actively participate in this session. A teacher, a multitasking educational rock star who lives to inspire, and loves to encourage. I'm sure you all will agree that these trainings help us to recognize our power as teachers, isn't it? And this has been made possible under the leadership of Dr. Salam. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome Dr. Abdul Salam Sir, the General Secretary of CBSE Bharat Sahodaya Complex. As it is rightly said, great leaders give you wings. It is difficult to find such leaders who push your thinking and support you constantly in the journey to moving forward. We all will truly agree on this about Dr. Salam. He has been a constant source of motivation and inspiration for all of us. He's the educational iconic leader, the founder of BTAG. Sir holds several positions besides being the principal of the very well reputed senior secondary school. Sir is a CBSE resource person and CBSE Deputy Training Coordinator of Trivandrum region. He's also the recipient of iconic awards by various organizations. I extend a very warm welcome to you, sir, and request you to deliver the welcome address for the participants. Hearty welcome, sir. Over to you.
Thank you. Good evening and hearty welcome to each and everyone. First of all, heartiest greetings on the occasion. Today being a special day, and we are very much, happy to see you on board for another type of learning. Well, there is only a few things to say about today's topic. When we have our master of technology, Ms. Taruna Monchia, is with us. So everything you will be coming to know when she proposed this particular topic, the new tool. Of course, we have been using PowerPoint, but I was wondering what would be ClassPoint. And it's amazing to note that Taruna Mancham is always in the forefront to update us in terms of the new and upcoming updates on technology. So thank you so much, Taruna ma'am, for your passion and dedication. No wonder you have been awarded the national award. So all credit of upbringing and updating the teaching fraternity goes to you, and we really value your contribution to the education system. And of course, Bhagyashree ma'am has hinted here and there about last point as a tool, interactive tool. But we are very anxious, we are very excited, and we have got more than 400 people gathered for this particular learning. So thank you so much for giving this particular new update to all of us. So thank you so much. Over to you, ma'am. Over to Bhagyashree, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. With that, moving ahead, I remember a beautiful quote: to teach is to touch a life forever. The art of teaching is the art of assisting discovery. Today's session is all about growing as an educator to give the best to our students. So, to take us on another journey of professional development and a great learning experience, it is my honor and privilege to welcome Ms. Taruna Mongia ma'am, who will be our resource person for this session. With vast experience in the field of education, Ms. Taruna Mongia ma'am is currently serving as the HOD at Summerfield School, Gurugram. She is an eminent resource person for information and communication technology courses conducted by NCRT. Ma'am is a Microsoft Master Trainer and has conducted various workshop and training programs for educators. Ma'am is a Microsoft Certified Educator and Microsoft Office Specialist. She is also an Adobe Educator and Flipgrid Educator expert. She is the recipient of many iconic awards by various organizations. She is a national awardee for ICT. She's also been awarded with the IT Guru Award 2020, the most innovative teacher by EduNet, the award for innovative teaching of learning at Dell Policy Hack for Teachers, Digital Education Development, CED. She's also received the Global Teacher Award 2018 by UX Foundation. Also, the National Teacher Award by Center for Education Development. And also the Teaching Excellence Award by mycbseguide.com. I welcome you, Taruna ma'am, with all my respects and regards to this webinar. It's really great to have you here, ma'am. Here, before handing over the session to Taruna ma'am, I would like to remind all the participants, educators here, that this is an interactive session. So please make sure to note down your queries and questions related to today's session. So with that, let's begin with the learning session today. Over to you, Taruna ma'am. Welcome to you.
Thank you, Aishwarya, and I think I'm very privileged. Whenever I talk to Salam sir, the credit goes to Salam sir. Always, maybe in the midnight, whenever I contacted sir that I want to give that session, and immediately he is in the front and just plan the session for me. As sir said, and you also elaborated about today's tool. Before going to that tool, I just want to say that whatever technology we are using into our classroom, that is not only with the online mode. Now we are going to a phase where we have to switch to the hybrid mode, where online and offline, sometime online, sometime offline, but we have to know about more of those tools which we can use in both the mode, because we never know where within a day or two we have to again switch to online or offline mode. So we all have to, as a teacher, we have to well prepared for everything. And as far as this pandemic is concerned, I think this is an opportunity. I'm not taking as a challenge or any disadvantage of this platform or this scenario, but I'm taking this as a challenge, and I'm taking this as an opportunity where we all teachers can do whatever we want to do in a leverage manner we can do. And now for this particular tool I'm talking, this is an old age tool that we all are using, PowerPoint. The very first technology whenever a teacher introduced into a classroom, that is a PowerPoint presentation. I think all of you are agreed with that we start with the technology integration by making a simple PowerPoint presentation for my chapter. So if we have something related to that, that can even enhance my PowerPoint presentation itself, so that is a need of an hour. So I'm just sharing with the session. And before that, I request all of you, if you have attended from your phone or you are on a laptop, I'll just give you one website where you all have to go and log in into my classroom. Log into my classroom. So I'm just sharing my screen and starting my session. I hope all of you can see my screen.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
So this is the tool that today I'm going to explain. This is not a tool. You can say this is a you can say the add-in, the plugin that we can have into our PowerPoint presentation, a simple PowerPoint presentation. Whenever I'm teaching in online mode or in offline mode, then I certainly, while presenting any topic through the PowerPoint presentation, if suppose I want to make some quiz, I want to play some quiz with my students, then I have to go to some other site. I have to create a Google Forms, or you can say I have to go to a Microsoft Forms to make that quiz. Beforehand, I have to make that quiz, and then I can use that quiz, the link I have to pass on to my students. That means they have to go to some other platform to open that quiz, to do that quiz or poll. We have many in our webinar sessions also, we have introduced so many tools like this for quiz and for assessment also. In the similar manner, suppose I want to do I want to explain something within my presentation. I have made one presentation for a chapter and I have to do something. I have to draw something or I have to write something to explain that chapter, some of the content that we cannot explain with the help of pictures or with the help of videos. Sometimes we have to write down on board also. So for that also, we have to use some other platform, some other whiteboard applications separately beside that PowerPoint presentation. Similarly, I can use Mentimeter or similar kind of platform to gather the responses in the form of clouds, word clouds. So all these are for the group projects, for the images, for the collage, we have to move to some other site or to some other application. And similarly, I have to share simultaneously those links and those website addresses into my classroom. So that will distract my PowerPoint presentation, because sometimes some of the students, they are able to switch quickly, but some of the students, they are not able to switch quickly. So all these problems that we are facing, because now we know many applications and I want to include all the applications into my lesson so I can have advantage from all the applications. But this is the tool that we can use to integrate all these things together into my PowerPoint presentation only. I just have to include it while running my presentation. I can do that, or beforehand also I can make a slide of that. And not only we can run these applications, we can have these advantages, but we can store all the responses made at that time only by my students in my class into a slide also. So to keep a record of those responses, we can have that data. We can save that data also with the help of ClassPoint. Now, I just want all of you to go to this application. Just go to your browser. Go to your browser and search for classpoint.app. Classpoint.app, and it will ask you some joining code. It will ask you a joining code, and there you have to enter my class code that is visible on my screen also, 87564. I can see 6 have already joined my class. I want maximum participation. In this way, you can just have a experience how your students will join your class when you will use the ClassPoint. So I'm going to the next slide. Now, on this slide, you can see I have one question for you people. I have one question for you people, and I'm just starting this. I want responses from you guys, from you teachers for this. What is the most important trait for a leader to have? If you all will give the responses, you can see those responses on my screen as well. Hina ma'am, Zinat, Khushbu, Soumya, Heme, Basma, Vaishali, Sushma, they all are giving their responses. They all are giving their responses. Sunita Sharma. I have got 13, 14 responses, 15 responses.
Taruna ma'am, somebody is asking the code again. Code is visible.
87564. 87564. It's on my screen also. I'm just closing this. I think all of you can see my screen with your responses. With your responses, you can see. I can save this for review, or I can insert all these responses as a slide also. I'm just clicking on this insert this as a slide, and I'm saving also for review. You can see all the responses that you have given right now. It is saved as a slide. It is saved as a slide. So easy to have data, so easy to have all the responses, whatever activity you are doing. For this purpose, if I'm using a separate application, for example, I'm using a Mentimeter, then I have to provide a separate code to them, then go to that particular application, then save that information, click the image, and then insert into my slide. And that I cannot do during my class. After my class, I have to do this exercise once again. So this is the beauty of this application, where you can accept responses, and while accepting the responses, you can save your responses simultaneously. So this is one kind of activity that is available with ClassPoint. Now, how we can do this, how we can do as an educator, how we can use this application. For that purpose, we all have to go to www.classpoint.io. This is the site. As an educator, you all have to go to this site. If you are using a PowerPoint, open any of your PowerPoint, and then in the next window, you can go to this and download. And you can download also. It's a free download. You can download, or you can join a class with this code also. Open your PowerPoint and join a class with this classpoint.io and join my class 87564. Then you will be having a one tab onto your PowerPoint. One tab called Enoch ClassPoint. This is one tab that will be added to your PowerPoint screen. And once you click on that, then click on sign up. And it will ask you a general information about you, your name, your email ID, whatever email ID you are using. That email ID will do. Any Google or any email ID you can provide there, and it will create your account. Once your account is created, once you sign up with the ClassPoint, then you can see all these options on your screen. Then you can see all these options activated on your screen. I will just demonstrate once with my account also. I hope till this everyone is able to get this tab on their PowerPoint screen. You can have this tab. Now, what all we can do with this ClassPoint? With this ClassPoint, we can create multiple choice questions. We can create word cloud, the word cloud that I have already shown you. Then we can have a short answers also, a slide where we can accept short answers from the students. We can have slide drawing also. This is very interesting. For example, I'm a maths teacher and I want my students to draw a graph on a given equation. Then I can use this slide drawing. Or I'm a science teacher and I want my students to label a particular figure from a science book, parts of that figure in right away in my class. During my class, I want this exercise to be done. Then I can use this slide drawing. Then image upload. Image upload is basically, normally we can use this as a group project where I give some topic to my students and I am expecting some images, or they have to make a collage, some number of images they can upload related to that topic. So that also can be done. So these 5 activities that I can include into my PowerPoint slide if I'm using a class point. Apart from this, apart from this, apart from this, I'm again going to my PowerPoint. You can see on my screen, these are the activities that we can include into my slide. But these are some annotation settings also that I can do. I can use whiteboard also. This is also very interesting, where I can use my slide as a whiteboard and I can write with the help of these pens, and I can change the background for my whiteboard. Now I'll show you how you can use this multiple choice option. I will create this in front of you, how you can create, then we'll play this for you people. Whenever, suppose I have just written all these matters on my screen. Now what you all have to do, you have to insert this button only. Just click on this multiple choice button. Click on this multiple choice button. Then a button will be included into your slide. Click on that button. On the right hand side, you can have all the settings related to this button. All the settings related to this button. The first is number of choices. How many choices you want to give for this multiple choice question. I have selected 5 here. You can give maximum 6 options. Then allow selecting multiple choices. If you want this option to be clicked, if your answer is only 1 out of these 5, then you can just deselect this option. Otherwise, you can select this option. It will allow the users, the students, to select more than 1 option. Then has corrected answer. If you want to give the correct answer also after executing this, you want to show the correct answers to the students, then it would help you to make the analysis also. How many of them have given the correct answer? So you can select this, the correct answer. You can select the correct answer from here. Say for this, I'm just selecting this. Okay, and when you give this as a competition mode, that means that will display the leaderboard also, who scored the maximum, who have taken the less time. So I'm not doing this as a competition mode. Now the play option, start question with slide. If I want that whenever I'm jumping to the next slide, I'm pressing enter, I'm going to the next slide, and automatically it will start. Then I can select this start question with slide. Then minimize result window after question start, that also option I can select. And close submission after. Here you can select the time. Here you can select the time for submission. Say I'm using this as a 30 second. I'm changing this as a 30 second as per your question, difficulty level of your question, or the level of your kids. If they are small kids, then you can have more time. You can give them more time, or I'm just selecting a 30 seconds. Okay, so these are the options. These are the settings that you can do with the multiple choice question. Now I am playing this. Just go to slideshow and it will be played. Click. Again, it's your chance to give the answers. Now it's your chance to give the responses. Yes, I can see.
Only maximum 25 participants can join.
Yes, I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that point also. I'm coming to that point. So you can see on my screen the analysis also. How many of you have given B answer? Some of you have given D answer. Some of you have given C answer. So this kind of analysis also you can have. So I'm just closing this submission just to display all these options. I'm inserting this as a slide again into my presentation. You can see the slide. Your responses are saved. Your responses are saved. So this is the second kind of activity. Now I'm coming to that question. Why only 25 are there in my class, because I am using a default version. In default version, there is a limitation of 25 students. But after this class, I will be sharing one code with all the teachers, through Salam Sir. Through Salam Sir, I will share one code with the teachers. Right now, I can't share that code. But after this session, I will share one code with the teachers. From there, they can upgrade to pro version. They can upgrade to pro version, and in pro version, they can have maximum 200 participant into their class. Maximum 200 participant into their class. And right now in the basic version, we can add only maximum 5 questions we can add. Into my one presentation, 5 questions can be added. Any type of questions. These are the 5 types, but any type of questions, the total number of questions can be added in a basic version, only 5 questions. But if you upgrade yourself to the pro version, then you can have unlimited number of questions you can add into your presentation. I am also a learner. I am also using this class point, second time you can say I'm using. So once I include this session, once I conclude this session, then I will be getting, as a trainer, I will be getting a code to share with my fellow teachers. So once I get that code, then I'll share that code with all the teachers. They can also upgrade. I can also upgrade that my class point. Okay. So this is the second option, that second kind of, you can say, a tool that we can include into our PowerPoint through ClassPoint. Now come to the next type of activity that we can include. This is your, where you can give a short answer, where you can give a short answer, where you can give what is the future of education. Now I can start this. You can see on bottom of my screen, you can see all other tools are also available. For example, while using this slide, I want to annotate this. So I can draw anything on that slide. I can annotate, or if I want to erase it, I can use that eraser also. And if I want a quick poll for this particular slide, for example, I have not made any question, or I have not made any slide using these buttons. So while presenting my presentation also, if I have logged into the class point, that time also I can use this quick poll, and where we can have an option of quick poll. I can have a true false. For example, if I want to ask whether you understood this or no, so yes or no or unsure, the students can give at that time also. For that particular slide, I can have a quick poll also with the help of this quick poll option that is given at the bottom of my slide, Or I can pick a particular name of the student. I can pick and I can say that you have to answer, or what answer that particular student have given. I can see that also. And if I'm in a competition mode, then I can see the leaderboard also. Sometime we are doing some activity where we have to give appreciation to the winners for that particular activity. Then we can use this leaderboard option as well. Now I'm starting this short answer, and I'm expecting 1-word or 2-word answer for this. What is the future of our education? Glorious. Veena ma'am says glorious. Learn by doing. Rajshri ma'am says learn by doing. Bright and interesting, unpredictable, hybrid, technology driven. So these kind of responses also you can get. If you are using this as a question answer, short question answers, this activity you can use for that purpose also. So again, I can see 14s have answered. I'm just closing this. Okay, I'm closing, inserting this again as a slide, as a responses. I can save this. So this is also saved as a slide. This is also saved. Submission for all. They all have just given me the submission, short answers. So the next one is very, very interesting. To add these kind of activity, the steps are same. Steps are same. I just have to design my slide. Just have to design my slide and then click on this button, slide drawing. It will be inserted. It will be inserted. And then click on that button. Again, the settings for that particular. Hide participant names when viewing responses. You can do that also. Start question with this, close submission after 15 seconds. All these settings, most of the settings are same for all the activities. So again, I'm doing this. Now this time I want, maybe you don't know the answer, but try to draw something. Try to draw something. And maths teacher, so definitely they can answer this. But if you don't know, then again, draw something, try this activity. Yes, I can see one graph here. So this kind of submission also, this kind of submission, it's nowadays in online mode, it's very difficult to have these kind of responses. I have not found any application that gives automatically, means if you are collecting responses like this, that means it's a similar that you are checking your notebook into your classroom only. Whether they are doing that activity or not with you, whether they are solving that particular sum or not. So especially for science teachers, especially for even for English teachers also, any teacher can use this kind of activity. Art teachers, so they so love to do this activity, whether they are drawing with them or not, whether they are following their instructions or not. So this I like this tool very much. So again, I'm inserting this as a slide. So this is one kind of, so all responses, it will show all responses because it has just added all the slides. You can see all the slides are inserted. All the slides are inserted, all responses are inserted as a slide. As a slide. As a slide, it is inserted. Now I'm going to the next one. The next kind of image upload. Image upload, show a real life example of triangle. One example I have given. You just search any image for this. Before I start this, you can search any image and then you can upload that. So for this, you can plan an activity. For example, I'm say as a science teacher, I'm discussing about some kind of species. One species example I have shown them, and other I want to tell them to upload the same kind of species. Or maybe, yes, I can see Khushbu. Yeah, oh, Sushma ma'am, nice. Hina ma'am, pizza. I'm expecting these outputs only. Yes, Leela ma'am so simply says that triangle. Good. So when you do this kind of activity, definitely your students will go anywhere when you are teaching. They will be all with you all the time. So you can grab the attention also, and your motive as a teacher, your motive is also solved. I can see Madhuri ma'am, nice. Yeah, some SST teacher. Yes, that symbol. Great. Great one. So this also I'm inserting as a slide. So all these responses are stored again into my presentation. So these are the kind of activities that you can include. Now I just go to the whiteboard also. Once I'll just show you the whiteboard option also, how you can use this whiteboard option. Just click on whiteboard option and you can select the whiteboard, the background for your whiteboard. If you are a Hindi teacher, you can have this kind of paper also, rule sheet. You can have rule sheet, and you can have these blackboards also. Maybe some internet connection problem is there with this. Or you can, if you have any background with you, any image with you, you can have that also. You can select that also. You can use any image as a background also. You can do that also. You just have to click on these three dots. Click on these three dots, and then you can select any image. You can have a ruled paper also. You can have a blackboard also. Or you can use your current slide, whatever current slide you are showing to the students right now. You can use that as your background. So ruled papers, you can use this ruled paper also. I'm using this, for example, this I'm using. Sorry. Okay. I think some issue is there. I'm not able to use that right now.
Madam, your classroom is not active.
Yes, maybe no, it's active.
Presenter is not in the slideshow. That is the message show.
Now it's active, I think. Maybe some net issue is there.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe some net issue is there. Okay,
But
so these
was...
are the some of the activities that you can include into your PowerPoint as a slide. And these are the common option that I have already shown you, where you can have the start question with the slide option, minimize result, close submission. These are the common settings that you can do with any of the option that you are selecting. So these are the options. So this is the tool that will give my PowerPoint presentation, a simple PowerPoint presentation. It will convert my simple PowerPoint presentation into an interactive class where I can experiment different kind of questions I can include. And apart from that, not only I can include different type of activities into one platform integrated into my PowerPoint, and as you can see, I can save all the responses also simultaneously. Over to you, sir. This is all about ClassPoint from my side. All other options are also available where you can display these tools. These are the simple options that you can have. You can delete all the responses if you don't want. You can share that as a PDF also. You can share that this presentation as a PDF also. You can share the leaderboard also. You can just, if you click on this, then this can be downloaded or this can be scanned with this QR code also. For example, if you have done this presentation and you want to share this with someone or with some other students also, so you can do this as a share as a PDF, and this will give you. I'm just saving this for my reference in one of the slide. In one of the slide only. In one of the slide, I have shared this. So this is a simple tool. You can not tool, you can say this is a simple add-on to your PowerPoint that can be used to make your presentation more interactive. And you can combine, you can integrate many platforms into your simple PowerPoint presentation. So any questions, Aishwarya ma'am, Bhageshwari ma'am, sorry.
Madam, maximum number of students which can be accommodated in the slide. Is there any limit?
Yeah, that in the beginning also I have told this, that I'm using a basic version right now. So in the basic version, 25 students can be enrolled.
Basic is free, right?
Yeah, this is the basic version that I'm using. But if I'm having a more than 25 students, then I can just copy that particular slide into a separate PowerPoint presentation, and I can share the separate code with 25 other students. Suppose I'm having 50 students in my class. So I can make a batch of 25 and 25, one code with one batch. I can save that, share that particular code, and from to one batch I can share another. The simply I can have a 2 PowerPoint presentation simultaneously. I can run that. So that is you can say a tech that I'm using into my classroom, because I'm having 50 students in my class. So I'm using this right now. But maybe in day or two, I will be getting the code, the upgrade code, and that I can share with all the teachers.
All right, ma'am. And basic version is free, I think, right?
Yeah, basic, that version is, pro version is also free.
Free,
Pro
okay.
version is also free, but that pro version you can get only when you got a code from your trainer.
Acha, okay.
Yeah.
Bhageshwari ma'am, take questions.
Yes. Taruna ma'am, we have a question from Poonam ma'am. She says, can we integrate ClassPoint with Google Slides, or can it be done only with PPT?
No, it's a PowerPoint is when we are using any online PowerPoint. I am using this PowerPoint on O365 account. This is a O365. Wherever you are using a PowerPoint, whether it is a Google slide, whether it is a O365 PowerPoint or a simple PowerPoint, you can use that. You can include that.
We have a question from Vaishali ma'am. She says, maybe have graph sheets in whiteboard.
Yes, we can have that sheet also. Maybe due to some net connection, I'm not able to include that, but options are there. Options are there. You can have a graph sheet also. Even you can include some maps also.
Ma'am, Zishan ma'am.
I'm just sharing one other PPT with you. In that PPT, I have included that also for the slide drawing whiteboard. Okay.
Taruna ma'am, is there a need to download the ClassPoint, or we can directly take from the net now?
No. There, once if you are logged in into a class, like I have given you a code, then there is no need to download. But as an educator, if you want to include into your PowerPoint, then you have to download first. Then you have to sign in, not download, you have to sign in. Basically.
Yes, no need to download. There's a question. You have to just sign in with your email ID.
Yeah, with your email, you can just, if all of you can see my screen, this is the whiteboard that I have used. You can change the background. You can have this kind of graph sheet also you can include, or this timeline also you can include, or even any image you can include. If you have drawn something and you want just set as a background to your PowerPoint slide, and you can use that as a whiteboard background. So these are some examples. For example, this map I have included. So you can give students to this for drawing also. If you are explaining, you can use this when you are using this as a this. Suppose I am using this. So now if everyone, and now I can draw this. I can mention whatever annotation I'm doing here. So I can explain with the help of that also. So any kind of image you can include.
That's very interesting, ma'am. There's another question that how to create class code.
It is automatically generated when you have included your ClassPoint. when you are on class point, when your tab is there, and when you just run your just slideshow, go to the slideshow, it will automatically generate it. It's automatically generated for you. And every time when you are doing this, for example, I am just saving this, discarding this, saving this point. Now again, I'm opening this. This is my PowerPoint, simple PowerPoint. And if you don't want this class code into your slideshow, then you can just simply sign out also. You can sign out. But I am now signing, and whenever I go to my slideshow, then that code will appear. That code will appear. Yes, ma'am.
Also, ma'am, Shailaja ma'am says, do we have some crossword puzzles also? Can we also have crossword puzzles using this tool?
We have only these 5 applications. You can say that these 5 activities are available. But as I say, you can, this is all about your creativity. This is all about your creativity. As I say, for the slide drawing, if I show you one presentation for slide drawing only, so this is the slide drawing. I hope this is visible, na slide drawing examples.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the slide drawing. An economics teacher can use this. Just draw a graph and tell the students to plot it. This is for science teacher. Just an image and they have to match the part. It's all about your creativity. Listen and draw what you hear. If suppose, for example, an English teacher or a Hindi teacher, they just speaking some words and they have to draw about that word. That kind of activity. It's all upon my creativity, how I'm using these tools into my classroom. This is for English teacher. You can just have to circle the mistakes. The drawing tool, but for the English teacher.
Ma'am, can we also insert video while asking questions and ask questions?
Whatever your data, this slide is your normal slide. This slide is your normal slide. Whatever questions we are having, suppose, for example, I'm deleting this slide. Okay. I'm inserting one slide. Whatever I'm inserting, this is my simple slide. Whatever kind of activity I want to plan, I can plan here. Okay. So say my activity is, this is a slide drawing. So I can say, watch the video and whatever questions I want to give. So here I can insert any video. And while asking that, just what I have to do, I just have to insert that particular tool, that particular option. For example, from the video, I want to ask them some question. So I can just include that. So whatever slide you are making, you can include these buttons to your slide. You can include these buttons to your slide. So the content that you are showing, that is only up to you.
Ma'am, Sushma ma'am wants to know which version of PowerPoint are you using right now?
This is available for Windows 7 also, Windows 10, 11, PowerPoint. I'm just going to that site. So if you go to that particular site, then you can check ClassPoint.io. So this is the site, and this is available compatible with Windows 10, 11, Office. If you are using a PowerPoint of MS Office 2003, 2016, 2019, 2021, or Office 360. Any kind of PowerPoint you are using. From 2003 version till 2020-21 version. You can use this ClassPoint.
Ma'am, Silby ma'am has a doubt that should the children also sign in or download class point in their device?
No, no need to download, because if you remember the first activity that we have done for this class point, then when I told you to just go to classpoints.app, that time there is no login required, because that time you are acting as a student. So there is no need to download if students are using this, because they just have to put their responses only. But as an educator, if you want to create that kind of slides, then you have to log in for that.
Thank you, ma'am. Bindu ma'am has a question that how can this be used offline? Can it be posted in classroom or sent in mail to collect answers?
Yeah, the option that I have already showed you, share PDF. With the QR code also, you can share that QR code also, you can share the PDF also with the students.
Ma'am, Praveena ma'am has a question that can assessment be conducted using this with marks assigned for each question? So if so, how can the correct
this is
answers
not
be
actually for
provided?
marks. No, this is not actually for marks. You can say, you can have that leaderboard also. You can have that leaderboard. Once you in a competition mode, then you can have a leaderboard who first gave the answer. That kind of things you can include.
There's a question from Rajinder ma'am. I hope we get it right. She says that can we change the response of the children? I think she means to say that can the children change their responses?
No, children, no. Once they have given the response, they cannot change. But you can delete some of the responses. Maybe some students have given a wrong response and they said, ma'am, I want to give more responses. Or there is an option also where you can restrict the number of responses from the students. So that option is there. You can restrict say this is one in the settings only. In the settings only, limit the number of submission. You can limit the number of submission. So if you want to give them chance to repeat or to just revisit their responses, then you can change the number of responses from here. Or during your slideshow, you can delete any response and you can have that student to tell, you can give your response. That option is there.
Ma'am, we have a request asking how to include class point in our normal PPT. I think somebody wants that steps to be brushed up.
This is I have included into my normal PPT only. Normal PPT only I have included. Once you join, if you have opened any PPT, I'm just say, because I'm already downloaded this, so maybe it will not. I'm just signing out from here. I'm just signing out from here. And if I open any PPT, okay, so I can show you. Those who are using a laptop, they can see that they can include, maybe I'm opening this PPTs, for example. This is some other PPT I am opening, and I have signed out my account because I have already downloaded into my system. Then this time, now this is not there. This is not included into my PPT. I just have to sign in. Just sign in with my account. The very first time I have to sign it. So now it's included. Now it's included into my PowerPoint. You can see now it's included. Just have to log in. Or the code, if you have some class code, then you can join that with the code. There also you have this option for signing.
Madam, the confusion is whether we have to open the PowerPoint or class point.
PowerPoint. You have to open a PowerPoint, make your slides, and then use this, invoke this class point into that. Sign in for this class point.
You have to export it to class point.
Yeah, just simply go to classpoint.app or classpoint.io and join any class or log in or just create your login.
Then we can access the PowerPoint which we have
Yes.
created.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
All right. There is a question from Sushma Naidu. Bhagya ma'am, please. Has raised her hand.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, I just wanted to know whether is it necessary for me to register through Microsoft account
No,
or
no
Gmail
need.
will also do?
Any
Okay.
account you can
Okay,
use.
Because I've been facing some error while downloading.
No,
I've
you
just
can use
sent a
any
screenshot.
of the account
Yeah.
you can use. You can use.
Okay, ma'am. Sure. Thanks.
I have my login with my Gmail only.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Participants with questions may raise their hands, so we'll take it. Manikyam.
Khushbu ma'am wants to ask a question. Yes,
Mr.
Khushbu ma'am.
Manikyam is there, right?
Yeah, hello, ma'am.
Okay,
I
so
have
we'll
a
take
question that
next.
I have downloaded this class point. Even I have installed it as well, but still it is not reflecting in my normal PPT whenever I'm opening my PPT. Oh, ma'am, you're on mute, sorry.
You have to click on that invoke class point tab and then sign in.
Okay, I'll try. Thank you.
Manikyam Reddy. Sir, you can ask the question.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. Hello, ma'am, good evening, ma'am. Can you able to hear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Ma'am, can we use like chemical reactions and all, like any possibility to show like three-dimensional or anything? We can include it like physics, suppose some electricity reactions and all. Can we make it like anything in this? Any possibility, ma'am, like that?
Yes. Yeah. Now, in what form you want to include the responses? In the form of draw. They if you want that they have to write down, then you can select the slide draw.
Yes,
If you
ma'am.
want them, so you can use the slide draw option.
Okay, ma'am. Like for exact needy for me, for example, electricity, I want to increase the voltage, decrease the voltage, number of cells adding. Like any point we can take it and we add like that, making small circuits. That is, I'm asking.
Yeah,
This.
you can use the slide draw option where they can do this.
Uh,
Where the students can give their responses in that manner.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Rajni ma'am, you may please ask your question.
Ma'am, I have one query. Normally, we are taking classes through Gmeet. So, will it be possible to access this tool while taking the classes, online classes through Gmeet?
Wherever you are using a PowerPoint,
Right.
whatever is the platform. Now I'm on a Zoom platform.
Right.
What you all do, those platform is only for the connecting. But when you are sharing your screen, then whatever application you are using, that
Right.
application goes to that platform. No? So in the
Fine.
similar manner, I'm using a Zoom
Right.
for this online meeting and I'm using a PowerPoint. When I'm sharing a screen, then I'm using a PowerPoint.
Okay. And one more point, ma'am, how to write like on the whiteboard or any board like which you were showing. So do we have to use some specific tool for writing?
That
Or-
whiteboard, no, all the pens are there.
Okay, fine.
Pens are there.
But
You can use
usually,
those
you know,
pens.
using those pens, it's very difficult to write.
Yeah, I know it's very difficult
Yeah.
because where those the teachers, especially the maths teacher, now though they all are having a stylus with them or they all are
Right,
having a
styluses.
writing pad because they have to write more
Write a lot,
on the
yeah.
board. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
But
ma'am.
this option is on simple blackboard also. It's very difficult to draw a graph or that kind of images. If you are using that kind of drawing, if you want to do, then this would help you. Then this would definitely help you.
Okay.
And here you can change the background as for any picture you can take as a whiteboard background.
Right,
But in other application, when you are using a whiteboard, for example, I'm using a whiteboard in MS Teams also, I'm using a whiteboard. so that only one whiteboard is available.
Right.
So you can change your whiteboard background. You can't say that whiteboard. You can say as your own board you can design.
Okay.
We also have
Right.
Nehal ma'am who wants to put up a query. Nehal ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
Good evening,
Good
everyone.
evening. Good evening.
Actually, ma'am, I just had this concern due to certain commitments. I could not join well in time. So, if the recording can be provided.
I suppose Abdul sir, this
Yes, madam.
YouTube
We'll
recording is available, na?
Yes, send it
Yeah.
later.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you so
YouTube
much.
recording is available.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Murukesham Panya. Murukesham.
Yes.
Mr. Murukesham. Yes.
Yes, sir. I have one doubt, sir. Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
you are
yes.
audible.
Sir, I'm working as a chemistry faculty, sir. So my question is that can we able to show some chem draw, likewise some practical oriented session in the particular class point? Can we able to add likewise? Is it possible?
Whatever you want to include into your PowerPoint, that is up to you. Whatever you want to include in a slide, that you can include. Whether you want to include a video, whether you want to include some pictures, that is
Okay.
this tool is to whatever you have made, whatever slide you have made, you can make that slide interactive.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
I think Murukesham's question is whether we can make it as a virtual lab, right?
Yes, we can able to make some experiments to show that this is added. So this is the result likewise, some acid base likewise we are doing means. So whether it is possible to carry out in the particular class point. That
No,
is my question, sir.
no, I don't think so. That is possible because that virtual lab it's a simulation kind of thing, and
Yes,
that
yes, ma'am.
simulation that a simulation that is
Yes,
not
yes.
your PowerPoint slide. How can you include a simulation to your PowerPoint slide?
No, ma'am. My question is, can we make some like a PowerPoint chemicals? Can we make and we can able to insert, for example,
No, not through ClassPoint. Not through ClassPoint. Some other applications are there. Definitely, I'll come up with those applications, but for that, I need a help of any chemistry or science teacher because I'm not a science, I'm not from a science background. So definitely, I'll come up with those simulation kind of application. Then definitely we have a separate session of that.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your information, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, we have S. Meena ma'am who wants to ask a question. Ma'am,
Yes,
you
please.
may. Yes. Meena ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you may
Good
ask
evening,
the
ma'am.
question.
Hello.
Hello,
Good
ma'am.
evening, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, either this session will available in recorded mode for
Yes, this is
future
recorded.
reference.
This is recorded, ma'am. It will be available on YouTube.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, Meena ma'am, you're audible and we'll be having this as a recorded session on YouTube, and I think sir will also be providing that to us. Right? So if there is Zishan ma'am also wants to ask a question. Yes, Zishan ma'am.
Your
Zishan.
voice is audible.
Good evening,
Ma'am, your
everyone.
voice not audible for me, ma'am. Sorry.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Jishan ma'am.
It was a lovely session, and I feel it's really very handy and very useful. But, ma'am, just to bring to your notice, while I was attending this session, I tried with my laptop to join in through this whatever you have mentioned right now. So I'm not able to classpoint.io. So it is asking only for installation, but then it is asking permission that it can make changes to my device or whatever I'm having stored in my device. So is it that I have to install, then only I'll be able to use?
Yeah,
Or how to
if as an educator you want to include into your PowerPoint is a software, and this is a additional add-on, additional plugin. And whenever you are installing any additional plugin, then your system will ask for the permission, because maybe you are having a security feature in your laptop. So always it will ask whenever you are downloading a new software also, then it will ask your permission. Your system will ask the permission. Just give the
So
permission and it will be downloaded.
we can go on.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Really very nice and happy to attend this session. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Any more questions? They can raise their hands. Otherwise,
I'll just, sir, to bring into your notice, as I say that I will share the code also. So I will share that code with the sir. So sir will having all the email IDs and sir will provide that code. So you can upgrade your class point for more options will be there. And the maximum number of participant will be then it will be 200. And you can include unlimited number of questions into your PowerPoint slide once I share that code with sir. And definitely sir will give that code through your mail. And I will share the separate class point certificates are also available. Those who have attended this session, sir will give the Bharat Sahodaya certificate for this session, but the separate class point certificates are also available. I will share the code with sir for that certificate generation also. So you will be getting a separate class point certificate for this session also.
also, if you are practicing, you can become a certified class point certified educator, right, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
If you are giving training.
Yes, definitely. Definitely,
Yes.
you can give a training also on that particular platform. You can check how you can become a certified trainer. And once you give a training, then you will get that certified training badge also.
Good. Well, we have Rajendra Kaur.
Yes.
Bhagya, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Rajendra, ma'am.
Yes, good
You may
evening,
ask your
ma'am.
question.
Thank you for a wonderful session. Ma'am, I have a query. I have downloaded the MS Microsoft in PowerPoint. मैम डाउनलोड कर लिया PowerPoint में. तो अभी जैसे मेरी डॉटर भी मेरे इसको लैपटॉप को यूज करती है, तो उससे कोई इफेक्ट तो नहीं पड़ेगा अगर वो उसी में साइन इन रहे?
नहीं, कोई इश्यू नहीं है मैम. जैसे कि मैंने अभी आपको दिखाया, आपको अगर किसी पावर पॉइंट में इसको क्लास पॉइंट को इंक्लूड नहीं रखना है, जस्ट साइन आउट.
Just sign out.
Yeah, just sign out. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
We also have Jayashree ma'am who wants to ask a question. Yes, Jayashree ma'am, you may please ask your question.
Good evening all.
Good evening, ma'am.
Jayashree ma'am never misses our sessions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Especially, yeah, I've already attended Taruna ma'am's tech tool, all these. Yeah. So my question is, ma'am, I've signed in this class point. I was just doing the what you say called the select the image, but that blue icon has come. After that, I am not able to proceed.
Just move to the slideshow. Just do the slideshow, then it will be activated.
Okay. Can it be used for Microsoft Sway? Will it be available in Sway?
It's a PowerPoint plugin. It's a PowerPoint plugin.
Okay. Thank you.
Praveena ma'am, you may unmute, please. Praveena ma'am, you may ask your question.
Yeah, good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you so much for the wonderful session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have downloaded the class point in my system and it is asking class point sign up. So
just have
it is
to
asking
sign up with
like
your
a
Gmail
work
account.
email. Sorry?
Yeah, any email account you can give.
Okay, it's not compulsory like we have to give our organization account itself, right?
No, any Gmail account or whatever email account you have, you can give that.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. That was my time. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Here is another query by Biju, sir. He wants to ask a question. Yes, sir.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening.
Actually, I have already installed, I have downloaded and installed the class point, but still it is not showing in my normal PPT.
You have to sign in, ma'am. You have to sign in first. Just go to that class point tab. There is one button called sign in. Just sign in with your Gmail account or whatever email account you have.
Okay, I'll try, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Taruna ma'am, for being so patient and answering all the queries of the educators. I think we all are appreciating it. We also have Anant, Mr. Anant, who wants to ask a question.
Please, sir.
Hello, ma'am. This is Anant here from Muscat.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have a query, ma'am. Do we have a YouTube channel to which I can subscribe? Can you just
Salam sir will give you the information about that. Definitely, we have a CBSE Bharat Sahodaya YouTube channel.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, ma'am.
Just type Bharat Sahodaya, you will get it, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So that I can also look at the recorded version.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have Sudeepta ma'am who wants to ask a question. Sudeepta Joshi ma'am.
Sudeepta ma'am. Yeah.
Yes. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Good evening, all of you. And it was really a very informative session. I have already installed the class point, but I'm facing a bit of problem. Like PowerPoint is not opening. No,
it's not opening.
Loading, but I have done it twice, and it's already showing processing and processing.
I don't know, maybe some network issue is there, or if you have some security options you have activated in your system.
Yes, ma'am. No, it's not like that. The last thing it came that when do I have to do the sign in? That's what I'm not getting.
Once you go to that classpoint.io, there you have to download. Once you download it, then open your PowerPoint.
Right.
Then you have one tab added to your PowerPoint, that is ClassPoint. There you have to sign in with the same account, account that you have made it at the time of classpoint.io.
Right, ma'am. Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Welcome.
I think we have one last question from Rajashri ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Rajashri ma'am.
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम ये जो मैंने अभी डाउनलोड किया इसमें इनपुट का क्लास पॉइंट आ गया मैम इसमें पेन्स दिखाई दे रहे हैं बट जब मैं पेन्स को क्लिक कर रही हूँ तो वहां पर कुछ लिख नहीं पा रही हूँ मतलब यूज नहीं
मैम वो आपका जो जितनी भी सारी ऑप्शंस हैं वो सिर्फ इंक्लूड करने के लिए वहां पे हैं। वो आपकी एक्टिवेट तब होती है जब आप स्लाइड शो मोड में होते हो।
ओके स्लाइड मोड पहले हम
स्लाइड शो करेंगे ना, आप स्लाइड शो जैसे आप स्लाइड शो करेंगे आप नीचे देखेंगे जैसे मैंने अपनी स्क्रीन के नीचे आपको दिखाया था वो सारे पेन्स आपको वहां मिल रहे हैं, आप वहां से क्लिक करके और उसको एनोटेट कर।
यस मैम, नाउ इट्स वर्किंग। थैंक यू सो मच मैम।
Rajendra ma'am, do you have some question to ask?
She just asked the question.
I think that's by mistake. Yeah. Dear educators, if you have any other questions, you may please press the raise hand option or you may please lower your hand. Sushma ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I was just trying all the options that you've just explained. I'm just trying to figure out how do I share my code. So that is where I was stuck. Can you please help me with that?
Once you in a slideshow mode, on the top right, so on the top right, you have one code there.
Yes.
That code you can share with your students.
Okay. So while I'm sharing the screen, like how I have seen your screen exactly what you're sharing.
Exactly.
The students are able to see.
Yeah, students are able to see.
I'm really waiting for the code, ma'am, that you're going to share. So
yes,
that
definitely. After this session, I definitely share that code to upgrade to the pro version with sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a wonderful session.
Welcome.
Have a great day.
Dear educators, do we have any other questions or can we move ahead?
Two more there, Rajashri and Anand.
I think they've asked. Anand sir, do you have another question?
Yes. Actually, the account details for which in which we have to pay the certificate. We have to pay for the certificate. Is it a savings account or is it a current account?
It's a current account, sir. Bharat Charitable Trust.
So it's a current account. Okay, sir.
Yes,
Okay, then. That's
yes.
all. That's all. Thank you.
All right. I think everybody got, everything clear.
I hope I have answered all the queries. But otherwise, also, if anyone is having any other query, they can refer to Salam sir, and Salam sir will post those queries. Or you can have those queries. You can post, you can mail those queries directly to me as well, tarunamungia@gmail.com. Or on a Twitter also, you can just ping me @Mungia Taruna is my Twitter. So you can definitely anytime you can ping me.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I hope all our educators have got the answers to all the queries with respect to today's session. It was really a very informative session, indeed a very interesting one too. So thank you so much. This is for all the educators. Kindly note that the link for the certificate and the feedback form is already posted in the chat box. So please fill it up before leaving. With that, we have come to the end of this webinar. And I, on behalf of Bharat Sahodaya, express my heartfelt gratitude and deep sense of appreciation to Taruna ma'am for such an enriching session. Indeed, we can say that using such digital tools indeed gives even the quietest student a voice in the classroom. The wonderful guidance and learning experience from today's session, I think, is definitely going to help all the educators to use this smart tool to make our classrooms smart and also very interesting. So thank you so much, Taruna ma'am, once again for such a lovely session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhageshwari ma'am. And I just want to thank Abdul sir once again, because again, I'm saying this, that whenever I want something new with me, then the first person in my mind came is Abdul sir only, that I want to share with sir only.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much, sir, for giving me this platform so I can connect with many educators on this platform. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Actually, each and everyone is benefiting from your valuable service, your contribution. That's too great. So thank you so much. And we will share all the details through the emails. They have registered nearly 2,000, participants have registered, and maybe others may be watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
Definitely, this is a very powerful tool with lots of features for all subjects. That is what I could understand. So I have made it compulsory for my teachers to attend it, because they can, adopt it in the classroom, so that the teaching becomes interactive, interesting, and very easy for them. There are many tools, but this is quite different, and which can be embedded in the PowerPoint, which every day they are using. So that's the advantage of this particular tool. So thank you so much for coming up with this particular tool. And I think all the educators who have attended are very happy. We can see from their faces. And also I would like to take this opportunity to thank them, since today, though holiday, they are busy, with the rites and rituals, but still they have attended. And also I would like to thank Bhagyashree ma'am for the lovely moderation. So thank you so much, Taruna ma'am, once again, and Bhagyashree ma'am, or each and every participant who have joined for this very powerful interactive session. So thank you so much. We'll stay connected. Taruna ma'am will come up with more and more updates for us.
Definitely, sir.
Thank
Definitely.
you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Sir, I
everybody.
think not only we as educators, students are going to really, love to attend such interesting and fun classrooms, actually. So thank
Really,
you to
really.
Taruna ma'am again. And
Yes.
to you, sir, a very, very special thanks to you for giving me this opportunity again, and all your support and guidance, not only to all the educators here. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome again, ma'am. You're welcome, and thank you, everyone. Good night, Taruna ma'am. Good night,
Good night, sir.
Bhagya ma'am. All the educators. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.